Cinema Shogun here, and I want to bring you all a story about a famous TikToker named Ava Majury, who recently found herself in a very scary situation when her TikTok stalker showed up to her front door armed, trying to kill her, and her father winded up having to shoot and kill him right there on her doorstep. And I know what you're thinking at home. Good job, Dad. And when I get online, I see people cheering her father on as if he's some type of hero. They're saying that he deserves Father of the Year award. But personally, I believe that her father is a complete scumbag that probably belongs behind bars. Now, before you get up in arms about that, before you start asking, well, why, Cinema Shogun? Why would you say that? Why would you say that about her father? Clearly, he was doing the right thing. Clearly, he was trying to protect his daughter. This is why I always try to drive home the point to my audience that it's important for you to dig deeper than the surface when it comes to these news stories. I don't care what news story it is. Always dig a little bit deeper than the surface. Dig deeper than the headlines. You see, the headlines for this story read something like this. Famous TikToker's dad shoots stalker dead, or ex-cop shoots his daughter's stalker dead. And people see that headline and they ride with it. And they never dig deeper than the surface. But you know me, I'm going to do some digging. And boy, oh boy, I did some digging and things aren't what they seem. Let's just put it like that. Now, I'm going to get to the point of why I believe her father belongs behind bars. But before I get to that point, I want to give you all a little bit of backstory as to what's going on here. You see, Ava Majuri joined TikTok in 2020 when she was only 13 years old. Since then, she's amassed almost 1 million followers, spanning over 3 different accounts. The majority of her posts are, videos of her dancing and lip singing, little TikTok challenges, things like that. But last July, an 18-year-old stalker by the name of Eric Rohan Justin tracked her down in Naples, Florida, after buying her personal information from her friends. He showed up at the family's home with a handgun. He fired a single shot through the door. It missed, and then his weapon jammed. Here's a statement or a quote from Ava Majuri. All I remember was I heard it. I felt it in my chest. I looked up, and there was a hole in my door from the fragments, Ava told the New York Times. Now, she wasn't hit. No one was injured but the stalker. I just want to make that clear. Now, Ava and her brothers, aged 17 and 11, of course, Ava, I believe, was 14 at the time of this incident, they cowered in their parents' bedroom. Her retired cop father, Robert, grabbed his weapon and headed to the front of the house. When Eric returned from hiding for a moment, Robert shot him dead right there on the doorstep. He was never charged because the killing was deemed legal under Florida's stand your ground law. Now, Eric had been following Ava for a while. He had been commenting under all of her pages with the username EricJustin111. He would often bombard her with messages, and he would even contact her old friends in New Jersey because, you see, Ava's family all moved down to Florida when Ava became TikTok famous, and now they're basically all living off of their daughter's fame and fortune that she found on TikTok. Mind you, this girl is 13, 14, 15 years old now. At the time, she was 14 when this incident happened. At the time that she claimed her TikTok fame, she was 13 years old. So right there, I have an issue with parents who allow their kids to be exploited on that level on social media. I understand that in this day and age, a lot of kids have TikTok. I don't have kids right now, so I don't understand how complicated that situation can be. Thank God I don't want those headaches right now. I don't want my 13-year-old daughter asking me if she could join TikTok because the answer is going to be no. Now, I'm not trying to say TikTok is super bad. Well, let me actually run that back. TikTok is actually really bad for your kids. I'm not saying that just because parents allow their kids on TikTok that they're bad parents. I'm just saying that parents should probably better educate themselves on the type of things that are on TikTok. But whatever. Right there off the bat, I'm questioning why is this family allowing this young girl on TikTok? So this Justin kid, the stalker, he shows up at 4:30 in the morning and he fires the shot through the front door. The father then goes and retrieves his weapon, Mind you, they keep trying to hammer home the fact that the dad is a ex-cop, as if that makes anything better. But the dad goes and retrieves his weapon. Ava and her mother and her two brothers, they run to the back of the house, and Robert, the dad, comes out with his weapon. Eric, the stalker, his gun is jammed, and then Robert shoots him right there in front of the house. Now, the reason I say that the father belongs behind bars, it has nothing to do with the killing of the stalker. I know some of you probably jumped the gun and assumed that, no pun intended. The reason I believe the father belongs behind jail is because when you start looking into the story, it turns out that the father was directly selling pictures of his daughter to the stalker. That's right, folks. The father was selling pictures of his own daughter to the stalker. And not just that, from what the father and the mother say, they're saying that they allowed their daughter to have direct contact with the stalker, but not just that, to directly sell him photos. Now they're saying that, oh, all of these photos were just of their daughter smiling and perfect innocent photos. Okay, that may be the case, but isn't that kind of like you're almost pimping your daughter out? Isn't this like softcore? I can't even say the word, but isn't this softcore like porn almost? In the worst way, if you will. So the claim is that this stalker, who was following her on TikTok for all this time, bought her information from her friends in New Jersey. He bought her phone number, and that's how he was able to get in direct contact with her. Not contact with her through social media apps, but contact with her directly to her phone. That's the story the parents are telling the investigators. I'm not buying it. Now that I know that the father was involved in directly selling pictures to the stalker, I believe that the father sold the stalker the phone number. And I'll take it one step further. I'm not sure if the stalker was ever in direct contact with the daughter, or if the stalker was really talking to the father, and the father was caught up in some type of sick, weird role play where he was pretending to be his own daughter. Because I'm not the only one that did some digging here. It looks like there was some more digging done. And this guy wasn't the only person that this little girl was allowed to sell pictures to. She was also selling pictures to some other man, who would call her baby girl. That's the name that he would call her. But upon further research, it turns out that this man, who they were allowing their daughter to sell pictures to, was actually a registered offender. I can't say the word here, but he was a registered offender. I'm sure you all know what that means. So what we have here, folks, is we have people online championing this guy on like he's some type of hero dad of the year, when in reality he's a freaking dirtbag who's been prostituting out his own daughter, selling pictures of her to random guys online. And it's not even a secret. This isn't something that I had to dig up. Like, I didn't have to dig this dirt up. This is something that the family admits to. They openly are admitting to this. And in fact, this whole story was only brought to the public because the family brought it to the public. Because of Ava's age, this information wouldn't be out there unless the family decided for it to be out there. So the family has now gone to the tabloids with this story, thinking that it's going to get them some attention, some clout, everyone, clapping for the dad. Oh my God, what a wonderful father, what a wonderful dad, because they're freaking idiots and they don't take 5 minutes out of their day to read the whole freaking news story. Because the whole freaking news story literally tells you in like the second or third paragraph that the father and the mother knew that the daughter was talking to this guy and they were allowing her to sell photos to him. Now, the story is that the daughter was directly selling photos to the stalker, not that the dad was selling the photos himself. So you decide which one sounds worse to you. What I'm saying here is, I'm not so sure that the daughter knows exactly what's going on here. I'm not so sure that this 13, 14-year-old girl knows that the dad is, and the mom, if the mom's involved, because the mom, I guess, is involved, because it doesn't say that she's not involved. It says that the parents know that she's selling pictures to these guys at the age of 13. I would assume that this girl doesn't know what's going on. Even if she is the one directly selling these photos, she's obviously too young and too naive to understand how damaging this can be to her in the future. I believe that the father is probably the one facilitating this, and I'll take it one step further. Like I just stated before, I believe the father is wrapped up in some sick and twisted role play here. You know, getting off on the fact that he's selling photos of his daughter to these random men. Because you have to understand, he's not an idiot. We're not idiots here. These aren't 12-year-old boys that are coming to you trying to buy your daughter's pictures for $300 a piece. These are obviously grown-ass men, grown-ass perverts, grown-ass chomos. The dad's not stupid. He's been around the block before. He knows damn good and well that he's taking advantage of his daughter. And now he's taking advantage of his daughter to the point where he's got people showing up at his doorstep trying to take her life because they're obsessed. Because probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he's leading them on. He probably has these guys thinking that they might get something else out of the situation. Who knows? Some of these freaking weirdos probably think they're in entire relationships with this 13-year-old daughter while he's sexing them at night. I don't know, but the situation is really creepy. And to make it even worse, after the situation, after all the trauma that this child has been put through, with someone getting shot and killed on her doorstep, the parents say, and man, this is bad. I want to get this quote perfectly right. The parents say that they're not going to take their daughter off of TikTok, even after all of this. Here's their statement. It's like Christmas every day, because then you see it build. When this child's parents were asked, why are you still allowing your daughter to have a TikTok after a freaking stalker showed up to your house trying to kill her, and you literally had to kill him? Why are you still allowing your daughter to be on TikTok? They say it's because it's like Christmas every day. Because you have to understand, folks, they're making thousands upon thousands of dollars off of their daughter. Not only is she getting paid for her views on TikTok, she's getting endorsement deals. She's advertising for random brands. So they're making money like that. And not just that, come to find out, the dad's got a freaking side hustle selling $300 photos of his 13-year-old daughter to random pervs on the internet. And he feels so proudly about it, or I don't even want to say proudly, he feels so open about it that he doesn't see anything wrong about it, that he even states it. He went to the media himself and told them. The media didn't come to him for answers. He went to the media with the story and told them, because he's an asshole that wants to be viewed as some type of hero, some gun-toting hero that killed his daughter Stalker, when in reality, he's the one responsible for why she even has stalkers in the freaking first place. And instead of taking her off of TikTok, he says that it's like Christmas every day when she is on TikTok. It's so bad, ladies and gentlemen, that the same day that he shoots and kills the stalker, the same day that the daughter, that Ava, saw a dead body of her stalker laying on her doorstep, that she was on TikTok that day, lip-singing to random songs, lip-singing to Bruno freaking Mars, as if this situation didn't just take place. And then you look at people like celebrities like Britney Spears and people like that, and you wonder why they're so freaking crazy. It's because their parents are doing things like this to them. Money is a wicked thing. I'm telling you, when they say money is the root of all evil, it is. Money changes people. Money will have your own family selling pictures of their 13-year-old daughter to perverts online. I cannot get over that fact. And I absolutely hate the fact that people are online literally making this guy into some type of hero. I've seen this news story shared everywhere. And everyone's like, yeah. For the most part, everyone's championing it on. The naysayers are like, well, he shouldn't have allowed him to have a TikTok. And it's like, I have to see this and realize that, damn, not only is this guy being viewed as a hero, but I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who will not even take the time out of their day to read the freaking news article where it clearly states that the father was selling all of these photos to these men. But every day, when his daughter's on TikTok, it's like Christmas. Was it like Christmas morning when you opened up your door at 4:30 in the morning and there's a freaking weirdo outside your door with a handgun trying to shoot your daughter? Was that like Christmas morning to you, Robert? If you're watching this, you're a complete freaking douchebag. And I do plan on exposing you for the foul person that you are. You will not walk around here being, called a hero. You will not walk around here like you're father of the year when you're online selling pictures of your 13-year-old daughter, you freaking scumbag. You are a complete waste of skin. I can't think of anything more foul than that. That you've put your daughter in a position where she has people showing up her doorstep trying to kill her. And like I just said, like I stated earlier, the story that they're running with here is like, all this information, the stalker bought it from random friends that lived in New Jersey. Yeah, fucking right, it sounds good, dude. You either sold your daughter's number, you gave the dude your daughter's number, or you posed as your daughter and messaged him and led him on to the point where he made it all the way to your front doorstep. So that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of heated here. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I believe this girl's father belongs behind bars. I'm not sure of what he could be charged with, but that's definitely child endangerment. You put your child in this danger. Your child would not be in this danger on her own. The father put his child in this danger. And not just that, the father is profiting off of selling pictures of his underage daughter to random dudes. Now, the father says that he never sold any nudes. It's all innocent photos. And that when he was asked for nudes, he would get mad and tell him to stop talking to his daughter. Don't contact my daughter anymore. You know how old she is? Well, dude, you've been selling pictures of her all day on the internet, and now you want to, someone crosses the line? No. I don't believe that the dad is upset in any way that people were asking for nudes. I just don't think that the dad thought it was plausible for him to get nudes of his own daughter to sell, because if he could, I guarantee you he would. I guarantee you he would. But now his daughter's been pulled out of school. She has to be homeschooled now. They had to move. They have people trying to kill his daughter, people trying to find her, kidnap her, all because you're selling these random creepos pictures of your daughter online. But I want to know your thoughts about this, because I swear I could rant about this for hours. I could have a 3-hour video of me just snapping about this, honestly. But I'm going to look into it more. I'm going to see if I can do some more digging. See how bad this dude really is. Because I believe this father needs to be stopped, honestly. But I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Share this video. If you're online, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're at online, and you see people sharing this story, if you see people sharing this headline, comment. Let them know what the story really is. Things like this shouldn't be allowed to just go on without any repercussions. You know what I mean? But like I said, let me know how you feel about this. And as always, find some time out of your day to not sell pictures of your daughter online, or I'm coming for you, motherfucker.